China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
Hey everyone, this is China Chicken, and this is my box score breakdown of the Buffalo Bills versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers won 44-32, and the Bills go to 7-3 and 5-1 at home. Tampa Bay falls to 6-4 and 4-2 away. So pretty good record for Tampa Bay. I think they're still in first in their division as well in the NFC South, and Bills are still in second in their division behind New England Patriots. So let's get into this game. We have Tampa Bay passing. Baker Mayfield, he went 16 for 28, 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 1 sack for 8 yards. So I thought Baker played decent in this game. He made the big plays when he needed to, but it was really about their run game, the story for Tampa Bay. Also, Bills defense did pretty decent on him. They didn't get a lot of pass rush on him, though, so that was kind of surprising. But yeah, decent game for Baker. Nothing crazy, nothing too bad either. He only had the 1 interception. Buffalo's passing. Josh Allen, he went 19 for 30, 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and took 0 sacks. Okay, that's huge. I actually did not realize that he took 0 sacks in this game. He's last 3 or 4 games, maybe more, been taking 3 or 4 sacks every game. So, yeah, it's a big improvement there. He did have the 2 interceptions. The first interception was pretty bad in their own end zone, and I can't remember the other interception, so it must not have been too bad. But 3 touchdowns is huge. And then he also had 3 on the ground, which we'll get to, and 317 yards. All things aside, I really didn't think this is one of Josh Allen's best games. He was kind of all over the place. A lot of that was the weather. It was very windy there, but no excuse for that. But yeah, it's just funny because he had 6 total touchdowns, but I didn't think he had a great game passing, in my opinion. So let's go down to Tampa Bay's rushing. Sean Tucker, guy out of Syracuse, which is my favorite college football team, so it was good to see him on the field. He was a really good running back for Syracuse Orange. He had 19 carries for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns on a long of 43. He also had a receiving touchdown, so he had a hat trick, so great game for him. I think that was his best game of his career, and I'm glad I saw it, but didn't want it to be against the Bills, obviously, but that's okay. Rashad White had 10 carries for 51 yards. Baker Mayfield ran the ball 5 times for 39 and a touchdown. So, hey, look at Baker. He can do Josh Allen things as well. Buffalo's rushing. James Cook did not do very much at all. So, Bills had to pivot quickly after Cook was getting bottled up. And you could tell the way they were playing defense, Tampa Bay, they were really selling out for the run and daring Josh Allen to throw it deep, really. And Josh, made him pay a lot. But this is about Cook. He 16 for 48, not too good, but he did have a good game receiving, which we'll get to. And Josh Allen, he does what he does. He had a couple QB sneaks and a nice long run for a touchdown as well. But yeah, 3 touchdowns on the ground on 6 carries. What a game for Josh. It's so weird. It's like, what a game. He played amazing, but I also think he didn't throw the ball that well. It could have been better. Tampa Bay receiving. Sterling Shepard, he's still around. He had 4 catches on 5 targets for 54 yards. Pretty good. Igbuka, Bills were able to, keep in check for the most part. 5 for 40 yards on 9 targets, so not great for him. They didn't have Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. They've been out all season, I think. Sean Tucker had a couple catches, too. Had a long one for touchdown, 28-yarder. So good for him on 2 targets. K-Dot only 2 out of 5 targets. He's usually Baker's reliable tight end target, but not a great game for him either. Bills receiving. Oh, another thing I'd mention, Tez Johnson. He's been looking really good for Tampa the last couple weeks, but he didn't have a great game. 1 catch on 3 targets, unfortunately. Rookie wide receiver, so same with Igbuka. They're both rookies, but yeah, it's a tough position for Tampa Bay to be, starting 2 rookie wide receivers. Bills receiving, Tyrell Shavers, 4 catches for 90 yards on 5 targets. So great game for Shavers. With Keon Coleman out, they really needed Shavers and Gabe Davis a step up. Shavers really did, especially that 43-yard touchdown from Josh, who just, phew, that was such a cool throw. James Cook, 3 catches for 66 yards and a touchdown, so good for him on 3 targets. So there we go. So it wasn't all rushing, but he still had over 100 yards total between the two, rushing and receiving. So good game for Cook overall. I'd like to see that with the receiving. Ty Johnson, also another running back receiver, 2 catches, 61. He had a 52-yard long touchdown on a screen pass, which is pretty cool. Then Gabe Davis came in. He almost had a touchdown. It was a little too fast for him, a little quick to catch that one. He should have had for a touchdown, but 3 catches for 40 yards, and he was Mr. Reliable there for Josh too. Josh really found him a couple of times scrambling. It's good to see that because Josh hasn't had answers lately when he's been scrambling. Dawson Knox had a catch. Curtis Samuel had a couple catches, couple targets too. Josh Palmer was hoping to see a little bit more from him. Only 2 catches on 5 targets. But it is his first game back from injury. He's been out for like 4 weeks or so. And then Mecole Hardman, they brought up. He had 1 target. They sent him deep. He did get hurt in this game. I think around the middle point of this game on a kick or on a punt return that he fumbled as well. But yeah, they mostly had him doing punt returns. But I did like to see that very early in the game, just send them deep and take a shot. And it really makes the defense think, especially early when you take a shot deep, makes them, think a little bit more. Khalil Shakir, I was surprised to see this. 1 catch for -3 yards. Wow, on 3 targets. He's usually good for 5 or 6 or 7 catches for around 60 yards like every game. Mr. Consistent, but only had 1 for -3 yards in this game. I did hear he was injured. Not sure the severity of it, but maybe that slowed him down a bit. So fumbles. Baker Mayfield fumbled once and lost it. And then Ryan Miller recovered a fumble from Mecole Hardman, I believe. Ty Johnson fumbled but was able to recover it. And then Dorian Williams must have recovered Baker Mayfield's fumble. Oh, yeah, that was at the end of the game. That's what sealed it. Baker was trying to throw deep and got strip sacked. So let's go to Tampa's defense here. Antoine Winfield, only 6 tackles. That's not a lot for the most tackles. Couple tackles for loss for Logan Hall. Jacob Parrish had a couple. Let's see. We get to interceptions later. Bills defense. So, yeah, not much from Tampa Bay, honestly. Didn't have any sacks, like I said. So, Bills defense. Wow. Jordan Poyer had 15 tackles. Trell Bernard had 11 tackles. That's good to see. 2 tackles for loss for Bernard as well. It's nice to see him. Matt Milano is some guy that, he just seems like he's been invisible lately. But he did have 7 tackles in this game. Cole Bishop has been playing really well as of late. Daquan Jones had this only sack in the whole game. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Jacob Parrish had an interception, and Servokia Dennis had an interception. Not sure which interceptions were which, but yeah, those two had one. And then Cole Bishop, like I said, he's really coming on strong as a second-year player, starting to look really good in the safety position, and he had an interception as well. Kick returns we won't talk about much. Mecole Hardman did fumble one of those punts. Let's see. That's weird. No data for punt returns for Tampa. Kicking, not much to talk about here. They're both perfect. So, yeah, good for them. Punts, yeah, not going to talk about that much. But let's talk about the team stats. I always like going through this as well. Tampa Bay's first downs they had 2 more first downs than the Bills. Interesting. Bills had 13 passing first downs, and then Tampa had 13 rushing first downs. So kind of different game for each of them. Penalties. Oh, yeah. First downs on penalties. Okay. Third down efficiency. Tampa went 9 for 16. That's pretty good. And then Bills went 6 for 11. Also pretty good. Both were pretty good on fourth down. Bills missed one. Total plays, Tampa had a lot more total plays. That's kind of crazy. But Bills had 50 more yards or so. Total drives, Tampa had an extra total drive, which is interesting. Huh. Yeah, wonder how that works. But anyway, yards per play, Tampa had 5.4 and Bills had 7.8. Okay, Bills won that. Passing, Bills crushed them in the passing game, except for the interceptions. Bills had one more interception. Rushing, yeah, Tampa just destroyed them rushing, but hey, that didn't matter. Red zone attempts, Tampa was 2 for 4 and Bills were 3 for 4. Penalties, Bills had 5 more penalties. They got to be a lot better there, especially at home. Just turnovers in general. Bills had 3 and Tampa had 2, so Bills won that. And then Tampa, wow, they almost had 9 more minutes of time of possession, so they won that battle. But hey, it is what it is. The Bills get the win. They win by 12, so it seems like they handled them pretty well, but it was pretty close shootout type game. It was a fun game. I had a good time watching it. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about these stats and box score? Let me know if anything pops out to you that you want to talk about. And yeah, let's go Bills, and have a good day, everybody.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.